From Whitman Comics comes Lancelot Link. This is number 6 in the series. And this is from 1972. Yeah, so we're going to show you the quality and condition of the front cover. I'll shine that light on it so you can see it shine off. It'll show you all the nooks and crannies, anywhere where you need to see. Not a whole lot of issues there. As we move on to the back, we'll do the same. We'll let that light dazzle all over the corner. We'll give it the old wiggle jiggle so that you can see that light reflecting off of each little surface. And then I'm going to show you a couple of the quick interiors, some of these inside pages, just to give you an idea of the quality and condition of the paper and the brightness of the inks. We're moving on to the Black Hole. This is number 2 from Whitman also. And this is, of course, an adaptation of the Disney movie. You may or may not remember Dan Spiegel doing some of the writing chores on this, some of the art chores. We're going to show you the back and let that light shine on it there as well. You can see just a little bit in that bottom corner, but otherwise looking pretty good. And I'll show you some of the interior pages on this one as well. If you were here in the gallery with us, you'd want to look through this, make sure it was up to your standards. Since you can't be here with us, we're going to do the next best thing, and that's show you everything you need to see. We're moving on to something, Dragon Wheels here from Charlton Comics, number 31. You car enthusiasts out there. Nice little piece. Bunch of different car stories in there. Mostly drag racing related. We'll show you the back cover. Obviously that front cover has some issues to it, but it's harder to find these in any condition at all lately. So to find it like this is doing pretty good. It's a great piece to fill out some of those holes in your collection. You can see the colors on this are fantastic. We always allow you to look at the colors on the inside pages, so you can judge the quality of paper, but I think it's really, really nice. 185 Blondie right here, again from Charlton. This is from 1970, so a little over 50 years old. You can see some issues right there, including up at the top. That's the main one that you'll probably want to see. We'll show you some on the corners here as well. Obviously, it's been read. Some issues along the spine, but no major flaws that I think would detract too much. Cover is attached. Some discoloration on that back cover as we show you the light shining off of it there as well. And we'll open it up, take a look inside, show you some of the interiors. Now, we do this in very high definition. We start off in 8K. By the time it gets to you, it's in about 1080p. But we do that so that you can see and go back, rewind, zoom in, and look at all of the specifics. We're moving on here to Western Publishing. In this particular case, it's Gold Key. During their Gold Key era, this is Solar, Man of the Atom. 1967. And this is issue number 21 for those of you keeping score. Now, if you're familiar with what's going on with some of these, later it was picked up by Valiant, I believe, and if you're familiar with some of those properties, you might know what's going on. So this might be a kind of a sleeper for you to get in there and grab while you can. These older ones from the 60s like this, they're getting hard to find in any condition, and this is a nice, solid reader copy. Interior's looking good. Obviously some wear to that front cover, but all around a nice piece. Three Stooges. Right here, Larry, Moe, and what I'm guessing is probably Curly Joe Besser there. It's hard for me to see from here. Joe Dorita, maybe Joe Dorita. But you can see a little bit of issues right there, some staining on the cover. Will that come up? Maybe, maybe not. It's hard to tell. Some issues. It's obviously somebody's loved this one and read it for quite a while. But we'll show you the front and back nonetheless. Good reader copy right here. It is number 34. And we'll show you a couple of the interiors. You can always expect some goofiness going on in there. These two just had almost nothing to do with this, except that they would pose for those photo covers. Ripley's Believe It or Not is next up here, also from Gold Key, Dell, Western, whatever you want to call them, Whitman later on. Number 12, this is going all the way back to 1969. These were always pretty fun. They weren't quite mystery, but sort of were. Either way, they were nice, fun comic books. And we'll show you the quality and condition of that back cover before we open it up to show you the colors of the interiors. You can see it's not too yellowed, not too stained, not too ripped. I don't see any writing in this one. So all around a good reader copy for you. We're moving on to Boris Karloff's Tales of Mystery, number 25 from 1969. You're going to expect to see some creasing, some wrinkling on these covers. Of course, with a book this old, especially around the corners, you're going to see some issues along the spine. But still, it's not falling apart. The cover is on there, a little discolored on the back. Overall, a pretty good passable copy. I don't know what's going on right there. A little stain of some sort, maybe a crease. And we move along so you can see those interiors before we get to Tarzan. Again, from Dell, Gold Key, Western, whatever you want to call them. This is number 183. It's from 1969, and this cover has seen better days. It's barely on there. It might have come loose, and we'll check that in a moment. Some of these 12 centers, you'd expect that. We'll flip it over on the back. See what we can see on the back there. The same sort of stuff. Lots of wear to these. And of course, we encourage you to look at the photos at TheBigToyAuction.com. Those are high definition photos. And go back and review the video at your own pace to really see any kind of flaws and imperfections this may have. See if it's for you. Now, to that cover, I guess the cover is fine. Yep, it's holding on pretty good. But it's loose, so you'll want to be aware of it. And be aware of all the other comics we've got coming up for you in our next auction. You can see this and all the other great goodies we have for you by going over to TheBigToyAuction.com, leaving your pre-bids right now, and joining us live on auction day to defend your bids against everybody else trying to get those pieces, put them in their collection. Don't let them, put it in yours. We look forward to seeing you at the auction.